You ever watch your life shatter in slow motion, like a plate slipping from your hands, smashing before you even realize you dropped it? That was the night my husband humiliated me in front of his entire family. Over dinner. I'm Mara. I'm 28. New mom. UX designer turned full-time human incubator. And until recently, I really believed I'd built something close to perfect. I married Theo, the guy everyone said was the dream. He was magnetic, funny, the kind of man who could make a crowded room feel like it existed just for us. We met on a foggy mountain retreat, and within a year he was down on one knee by the ocean. My parents adored him. His parents, Jonah and Celeste, treated me like blood. Celeste used to call me her bonus daughter. Our wedding felt like the prologue to a good life. Both families chipped in so we could buy a small starter house with a lemon tree in the backyard. I thought, this is it. I made it, then I got pregnant, and the cracks started showing. At first, Theo was thrilled. He swore he'd be the best dad in the world, and he meant it. For about 5 minutes, he started working late. At first, I believed him. Overtime, extra money he was providing. But the more my belly grew, the more he disappeared. Suddenly I was alone, queasy, scrubbing the bathroom floor with tears in my eyes. When I collapsed one evening, too tired to cook, Theo came home early and stood over me like a disappointed teacher. You've been home all day. Nothing's ready? I sat up, dizzy, clutching my stomach. I'd been sick, Theo. I just needed a minute. He grabbed a beer from the fridge and muttered, "You always use being pregnant as an excuse." That sentence gutted me. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I just whispered, "Then I'm leaving." That night I packed a bag and went to my parents. My dad didn't ask questions, just gripped my hand on the drive home like he was holding me together. Weeks went by with silence from Theo. Then, one afternoon, his parents showed up at my parents' door with groceries and worried faces. "We didn't know you left," Celeste said softly. "We're so sorry." They stayed for hours, telling me stories from Theo's childhood, cracking jokes to make me smile. It was the first time I felt seen in months. When Theo finally appeared on my parents' porch, he looked wrecked. "I'm sorry," he said. "I want to fix this." I made him a deal. I'd come home after the baby was born, but only if things changed. He agreed. Our daughter, Isla, came into the world on a stormy October morning. Theo barely made it in time for her first cry. For a brief moment, I thought maybe he'd show up for us again. The first week, he held her gently, kissed my forehead like I mattered. But the emails and Slack pings never stopped. 2 weeks in, he was gone from dawn to late night again, leaving me drowning in a sea of bottles, diapers, and colicky screaming. He'd kiss Isla's head, grab his coffee, and tell me, "You've got this." But I didn't. I was unraveling. The day his parents were coming for lunch, I was running on 2 hours of sleep. I tried to cook, burned half of it when Isla started screaming. Desperate, I ordered an artisan spread from a fancy deli, arranged it like something out of a magazine, and lit candles so the house didn't smell like spit up. When Jonah and Celeste arrived, they came bearing wine and, ironically, more food from the exact same deli. Celeste took Isla into her arms and shooed me to the couch rest. "We've got this." For the first time in weeks, I closed my eyes and felt safe. Then the front door opened. "Mara?" Theo's voice cut through the quiet. "Are you sleeping right now?" He stood there, staring at the deli spread like it was a personal insult. This is what you serve my parents?" I tried to explain, but he was already moving toward the kitchen. "I'll make something real. I don't want them thinking you can't handle a simple meal." Before I could speak, Jonah's voice sliced the room. "She didn't order it." Theo froze. "We did," Jonah said, stepping into view. "Because we knew she'd be exhausted." Celeste's voice went icy. "You just humiliated your wife in front of your family, for nothing." Theo's face drained of color. Then his phone buzzed on the table. Celeste glanced down, and everything went still. "Who's Kara?" she asked. Theo's head jerked up. "Mom, don't," but she was already reading aloud. "You left your sweatshirt and lighter here." "Can't wait for next time." The air turned electric. Jonah's voice was deadly calm. "Are you having an affair?" Theo didn't answer. Which was answer enough. I stood. My voice didn't shake. "How long?" He swallowed. "Since you left." My chest went cold. "I left to breathe, Theo." To survive. You think I wanted to? He tried to speak, but Jonah cut him off. Get your things. Theo's parents packed a duffel bag for him right then, like they'd been waiting for this moment. You'll stay with us, Jonah said, his tone final. Theo looked at me. You're kicking me out of my own house? No, I said quietly. You did that the moment you chose her over us. 3 days later, his parents came back, without Theo, carrying a manila folder. Divorce papers. Custody agreement. Child support, all handled. We won't let you suffer because of his mistakes, Celeste said, sliding a check across the table. He'll pay every cent back. We'll make sure of it. I signed that day. Months passed. Theo moved into a basement apartment near the bus line. Kira disappeared from his life the second she realized he wasn't the golden boy she thought he was. Isla and I built a quiet life. My parents' house was full of laughter again. My job welcomed me back with open arms and flexible hours. Eventually, I found a little 2-bedroom apartment filled with light, peace, and toys scattered across the floor. Sometimes people ask if I miss being married. I tell them no, I miss who I thought I'd get to be, but the marriage? The constant guilt, the second guessing, the exhaustion masked as love, I don't miss a second of it, and I don't regret the night I said, this ends here. Because it did, and that's why I'm still here, standing, healing, raising my daughter, finally free. If you've ever had to choose yourself even when it broke you, tell me in the comments. Someone out there needs to know they aren't alone.